Hello to you. I'm Jesse Johnson. This is physics. Tesla physics. T-E-S-L-A. Tesla physics. The third level of physics of four levels of physics. There are four levels of physics: classical, modern, Tesla, Johnson. Each level is more advanced in sequence than the other, but each overlap the one more advanced than it. To overlap means to accept virtually everything one level has found and learned from its own specific standpoint, and to add to it more detail and comprehension without destroying it or overriding its founded knowledge. Now, each level, classical, modern, Tesla, and Johnson, has limitations and a specific way to consider things and is correct from that set of viewpoints and considerations. Each level is right and correct from its own standpoint, but is incomplete. The classical overlaps the modern overlaps Tesla overlaps Johnson, and Johnson overlaps transphysics. At each level, there will be those people who understand at that level, and those who don't. If you do not comprehend what you are hearing, then stay at the level you do. We'll start with classical, then modern, then Tesla, then Johnson, and then transphysics. Each one, classical, modern, and Tesla, will be videos to themselves, but Johnson and transphysics will be a single video to itself. Tesla physics part 1 will be from points 1 through 25. Tesla physics part 2 will be from 26 to 49 points. And Tesla physics part 3 will be from points 50 to 115. Please watch and listen to parts 1, 2, and 3 for a full general understanding of this level and the third level of physics. Now, let's begin. Number 1. In classical physics, the universe has a beginning or birth date such as 6,000 years, Judeo-Christian time, 3100 BC, South American, 15 billion years old, heliocentric model. Now, and also several hundreds of trillions, T-R-I-L-L-I-O-N, several hundreds of trillions of years, Hinduism, etc. In modern physics, it's 15 billion years. In Tesla physics, it is infinity and has no birth date. The universe is infinity. No beginning, no end, no middle. No end, no middle, no beginning. And no time, no space, only infinity. We'll go to number 2. The human being is a field of living radiation made of fields and subfields, now of about 3 to 4 feet in diameter for a child, to 10 to 15 feet in diameter for an adult. Now let's go to number 3. We'll go to 3A. For reference frames in the sense of velocity. 3A, velocity is 0, and it equals the zero frame of absolute zero, in the true sense of absolute zero. 100%, no motion, no mass, no energy, and so forth. We'll go to 3B, the velocity of the Earth, which is stationary and non-rotating. In general, this is classical physics. We'll go to 3C. The velocity is the speed of light, or to 186,000 miles per second. That's modern physics. It is also for classical physics also, at its maximum. Now, we'll go to 3D. The velocity is plus light speed, or plus 186,000 miles per second to 10 to the 12th power of miles per second. This is Tesla physics. Now we'll go to 3 for Johnson physics. 3E is simply that starts from 10 to the 12th miles per second, 10 to the 12th power of miles per second to 10 to the infinity minus 1. But nonetheless, this is miles per second. This is Johnson physics. Now, we'll go to 3F. The mass of a system can be decoupled. That is correct. Once you learn what mass is. Hold on, please. Now, let's continue. This is the phenomena range of Tesla physics and Johnson physics. Now, the Tesla phenomena range is 10 to the 0th volt to 10 to the 24th power of volts, 10 to the 0th power of amps to 10 to the 24th power of amps, 10 to the 0th power of Gauss, a measure of magnetic field strength, to 10 to the 24th power of Gauss per inch cube, and 10 to the minus 15th power degrees above absolute zero. The maximum velocity of Tesla physics is 10 to the 0th power of velocity to 10 to the 12th power, 10 to the 0th power of velocity to 10 to the 12th power of miles per second. We'll go to Johnson physics. This is number 4, pardon me, this is number 4. You'll go to Johnson physics phenomena range. 10 to the 0th power of volts to 10 to the 28th power of volts. 10 to the 0th power of amps to 10 to the 28th power of amps. 10 to the 0th power of Gauss, a measure of magnetic field strength, to 10 to the 28th power of Gauss per inch cube. And 10 to the minus 20th power of degrees above absolute zero. The maximum velocity is 10, the velocity is 10 to infinity minus 1 velocity. Now we'll go to 4.1. Quantum mechanics, the fundamental structure of actuality, nature, and underpinnings of nature is deterministic and not probabilistic. Determinism is the physical possible, 0 or 1. It'll happen or it won't. It is or it isn't. Probability is 0 to 99 as a percent. It is based on your level of knowledge of the matter as well as your ignorance of the matter. Nature is not. Probability is part of your ignorance and level of knowledge of things, not nature. Let's go to viewing what mass, M-A-S-S, what mass is. Hold on, please. Look at this illustration. Now, this is illustration A. This is field number 1 pointing to the red. Field number 2 down here pointing to the red once again. Field number 3 pointing to the red. Field number 4. Field number 4 pointing to the red once again. Around this 4 fields is this green dotted line, which is the field effect jacket. When these fields are in conjunction with each other, they produce another field, which is the field effect jacket. Now, when these fields, the red fields, which are 4 of them, when they don't simply overlap. If you look closely, they are interwoven, interlocked, interpermeating, inter-patterned field contours. This produces, in the yellow, this produces mass, the effect of mass in the yellow area. Now, look at this illustration, please. Now, if you look closely, this is the proton core. The red part right here with the dotted lines is the proton core. The red dotted lines is the proton core. And within what makes up the proton are quarks, Q-U-A-R-K-S. And there are 3 quarks that makes up the core of a proton. And they are high speed spinning. They are spinning around with extreme speed. And they produce a field around their spin and an electrical field around that. This is called charge. This is called charge. This is electric field charge, right here in the black. Electric charge field around the whole thing. Now, when The quarks spin extreme fast and create a high spin quark field in the red dashed lines, a high spin quark field. It also creates the effect called mass in the black field. The effect called mass in the black field. This is model number 2. The first one I showed you was model number 1. This is the second model of mass, of what mass in fact is. It is an effect. It is a field. Mass is a field effect. Now, to continue, now we'll go to number 5. Number 5. Electromagnetic propulsion. When an electromagnet are supercooled down to less than 3 degrees above absolute zero, and electricity is applied, the electromagnets starts to vibrate at over 450,000 times per second, producing its own energy. We'll go to 5A. There is no free will. It does not exist. 5B. This is an illusion of your ignorance. Number 5B. Everything is determined. 5C. Actuality cannot be changed. 5D. Tesla crafts, UFOs, flying saucers, Tesla crafts propel by the ambient magnetic field of the Earth. 5E. Time dilation is caused by putting energy into a system that didn't have that energy in the first place. And putting energy into a system changes its state. Time itself is unchanged. Only a change in the system state is present. 5F. Space contraction is caused by the object's contraction because of ether drag pressure on the front of the object. Spatial points are unchanged. Only a change in the object's state is present. We'll go to 5G. In classical and modern physics, force is equal to F equals m times A, or force is equal to mass times acceleration. In Tesla physics, force is equal to the contoured field, with or without mass, with or without energy. We'll go to 5H. Quantum superposition do not exist and is impossible. This is part of quantum mechanics. Number 5I. There is no randomness, accidents, miracles, etc. in nature. 5J. Nature is unknown and unknowable to you until you get to know. 5K. Force is equal to the contoured field, with or without mass, with or without energy. Now, let's continue, please. A field. A field is an area of patterns, objects, forces, and energies. Also, a finite enclosed specific complex area. Also, a spatial division of activity, subjects, or operations and events. Also, a space on and of which something is designed, patterned, projected, containing something, and also a region or volume of effects, groups of elements. Also, a complex of forces, masses with purposes and reasons. We'll go to, that was number 6. We'll go to number 7. Nature has no reference frames. You have the reference frames, and your reference frames is equal to your own level of ignorance and knowledge. Let's continue, please. Let's continue. Now, we will go to 8. Now, all reference frames are inertial to themselves. Number 9, light travels 186,000 miles per second in general only as an average to other inertial reference frames. But it is velocity 0 at light's front end. Number 10, all laws of nature is the same no matter the reference frame. Number 11, time does not flow, but is non-existence in Tesla physics. It is energy quantity that changes things. No energy change, no change at all. Number 12, an object is contracted, not the distance. An object is time dilated, not time itself. Let's go to 13. Energy is motion. It is neither kinetic, rest, nor potential without a reference frame. Let us continue. Now, let's go to 14. Tesla phenomena range, once again, 10 to the 0th power of volts to 10 to the 24th power of volts, 10 to the 0th power of amps to 10 to the 24th power of amps, 10 to the 0th power of gauss, a measure of magnetic field strength, to 10 to the 24th power of gauss per inch cube. Let's go to 15. Tesla physics has 20 dimensions. Please go to the link below this video to learn about those many dimensions. We'll go to 16. Entropy and anti-entropy or order is part of Tesla physics. Entropy is the extreme and overwhelming physical tendency for ordered systems to become disordered. Anti-entropy is the extreme, overwhelming physical tendency for disordered things, systems, to become ordered systems. We'll go to 17. Tesla physics is non-relative and relativistic, and relative matters both taken into consideration. It also includes entropy and anti-entropy, which is order. Number 17a. In Tesla physics, force is equal to the contoured field. Mass is equal to interwoven of fields. Inertia is equal to the level of electric charge density. Number 17b. Mass is equal to I subscript F. Inertia is equal to charge C superscript E subscript D. 17c. There is nothing independent, no independent or separate fields. All exist as one, instantaneously, simultaneously, and spontaneously. 17d. Bell's theorem is the simultaneous instantaneity of all fields. 17d.1. Time is equal, does not exist in and of itself, but is a facet of living systems' abilities for handling environments. 17e. The Magnus effect is electromagnetic propulsion, electromagnetic buoyancy in any field. 17f. The production of voltage fields from 10 to the 9th power to 10 to the 24th power of volts can produce voltage black holes or voltage sinks, major ones as well as minor ones. 17g. Tesla crafts, UFOs, flying saucers, run on voltage propulsion or charge propulsion and is equal to the amount of voltage times the craft type or device type. 17h. The physical universe and the ether are one and the same. This is Tesla physics. 17I. Absolute zero. True, T-R-U-E, true absolute zero is the background field of non-absolute zero field. Let us continue. Number 18. To cancel the effects of Earth's field reaction, enough positive charge must be produced in a specific device or craft form or type. This is Tesla physics. Number 19. It is impossible to physically separate the ether and space. 20. The universe is the ether. You specifically are the ether in a specific form. 21. There are two life fields that we are. The first life field and the second life field. The first life field is what's called the physiological body in classical physics, and it is called a field of radiating energy in modern physics. The second life field is also a set of fields of radiating fields of energy. Now let's go to 22. Tesla physics has 20 dimensions. Please go to the link below this video in the description box and learn about the many forms of dimensions. Number 23. Voltage black holes, once again, can be made. 24. Number 24. Tesla crafts, UFOs, flying saucers, is equal to the voltage level times the craft type. 25A. At the classical level of physics, one considers oneself to be a separate body and mind, apart from other bodies, things, and processes and minds. 25B. At the modern level of physics, one sees that oneself is an impossibility to be separate from anything, for one is a unified radiating set of fields of energy within larger and larger unified fields of energy radiating in all directions up to the speed of light and beyond. All thoughts, feelings, emotions, mental states, and body and its states are fields of radiating frequency vibrations, high frequency vibrations of energy in all directions, integrally one with the universe. True independence, true separation does not exist. 25C. With Tesla physics, the macro, M-A-C-R-O, with Tesla physics, the macro universal field and the micro, M-I-C-R-O, micro Planck fields is and are one and a single field. Please go to part 2 of Tesla physics. Tesla physics, the third level of physics, which will begin at number 36. Pardon me, will begin at number 26 to number 49 points. And please go below this video to the description box and click that link in there and learn about dimensions. And I will see every one of you at part 2 of Tesla physics. I want to thank everyone for listening and watching to this part, and we will catch each other on part 2. Have a good day